So you're thinking about packing your bags and trading in your current life for a taste of that sweet, sweet Arabian Gulf life? Moving to the UAE, huh? Listen, before you book that one-way ticket and start saying Habibi to every passerby, let's break this down. The UAE, it's a land of sunshine, luxury, and opportunity, sure, but it's also got its quirks just like any place else. We're talking tax-free salaries that'll make your bank account do the dabki, but also scorching summers that could melt a snowman faster than you can say Dubai. We're talking about a melting pot of cultures and languages that'll make your head spin, in a good way, but also cultural norms you gotta respect, otherwise you might find yourself in hotter water than a cup of karak in the desert. In this video we're diving deep into the pros and cons of moving to the UAE. I'm talking full shawarma platter of information, not just a couple of dates. We'll give you the real deal, the good, the bad, and the oh my god, did that falcon just steal my shawarma? Because at the end of the day, making the move is a big decision. It's your life, Kalas. Let's start with the good stuff, the stuff that makes your wallet happy. In the UAE, salaries are generally tax-free. Yeah, you heard that right. No income tax. That means more dirhams in your pocket, which means more money for, well, whatever you want. You could finally buy that solid gold falcon you've always dreamed of. Or, invest it responsibly. Now I know what you're thinking. Trevor, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Well, there's always a catch, isn't there? While you don't pay income tax, there are other taxes, like VAT and municipality taxes. But trust me, compared to what you're probably used to, it's still a pretty sweet deal. Think of it like this. You're basically getting a raise just by moving to the UAE. And who doesn't love a good raise? It's like finding a 20 dirham bill in your pocket. Except multiply that by, 1,000. It's a beautiful thing. So, if you're tired of seeing your hard-earned money disappear into the abyss of taxes, the UAE might just be the oasis you've been searching for. Just imagine all the shawarmas you could buy. Okay, let's talk lifestyle. The UAE is known for its high quality of life, and for good reason. We're talking modern infrastructure that would make a sci-fi movie jealous. Luxury amenities like you wouldn't believe. And cities so safe you could leave your door unlocked. But please don't actually do that. Imagine strolling down streets lined with gleaming skyscrapers, hopping on a driverless metro, and then ending your day with a delicious meal at a Michelin star restaurant. That's the kind of life you can have in the UAE. Of course it depends on your budget, but even if you're not rolling in dirhams, you can still enjoy a comfortable and exciting lifestyle. Plus, the UAE is a melting pot of cultures, so you'll be surrounded by people from all walks of life. It's like a never-ending world tour, except you don't have to pack your bags every few days. And did I mention the beaches? They're beautiful, sandy, and perfect for soaking up the sun. But hey, it's not all sunshine and roses. The cost of living can be high, especially in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. So, unless you've got a trust fund or you're a sheikh's long-lost heir, you'll need a decent job to afford the finer things in life. Listen, nobody wants to get sick, especially when you're living it up in a new country. But hey, it happens. Luckily, the UAE has got you covered. We're talking top-notch healthcare facilities, highly skilled doctors, and hospitals that look more like five-star hotels than places where you go to get poked and prodded. Whether you need a routine checkup or you're facing a medical emergency, you can rest assured that you'll receive excellent care in the UAE. Plus, many hospitals have English-speaking staff, so you won't need to brush up on your Arabic medical terminology. But here's the thing, healthcare can be expensive, especially if you don't have health insurance. So, before you start practicing your best, I need a doctor. Arabic? Make sure you've got a good health insurance plan. Trust me, your wallet will thank you later. Overall, the UAE's healthcare system is world-class. It's one less thing to worry about when you're busy enjoying all the amazing things this country has to offer. Just remember to pack your insurance card. So, you're tired of that dead-end job back home? Well, good news. The UAE is a land of opportunity, especially if you're a skilled professional. We're talking booming industries like finance, technology, tourism, and construction. If you've got the skills and the drive, you can make it big in the UAE. Think of Dubai as the Wall Street of the Middle East. It's a global hub for finance and business, attracting top talent from all over the world. And with the rise of tech startups and innovation, the UAE is quickly becoming a major player in the global tech scene. But here's the thing, the job market can be competitive. You're not the only one who wants to work in a tax-free paradise, so make sure your resume is up to date, your LinkedIn profile is polished, and your networking game is strong. And hey, even if you're not a CEO or a tech whiz, there are plenty of other job opportunities in the UAE. From hospitality to retail to education, there's something for everyone. Let's be real, safety is a major concern when moving to a new country. But in the UAE, you can breathe easy. This place is safe. Seriously, safe like your grandma's cookie jar. With a very low crime rate, you can walk the streets at night without looking over your shoulder every 2 seconds. The UAE has strict laws and a strong police presence, which helps keep crime rates low. Plus, there's a culture of respect and tolerance, which makes it a welcoming and safe place for people from all backgrounds. But hey, just because it's safe doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind. You still gotta use common sense like you would anywhere else in the world. Don't go flashing your cash around like a rapper in a music video, and be mindful of your surroundings. But overall, the UAE is a safe haven in a sometimes chaotic world. You can relax, enjoy yourself, and focus on the important things, like trying all the different types of hummus. One of the coolest things about the UAE is its incredible diversity. It's like a giant melting pot of cultures, languages, and cuisines. You'll meet people from all over the world, from India to the Philippines to Nigeria to the UK. And the best part? Everyone gets along. Well, mostly everyone. It's a place where you can learn about different cultures, try new foods, and expand your horizons. It's like a never-ending cultural festival. But here's the thing. With so many cultures comes a whole lot of cultural differences. What's considered polite in one culture might be considered rude in another. So, it's important to be respectful of local customs and traditions. For example, during Ramadan, the holy month of fasting, it's important to refrain from eating and drinking in public during daylight hours. And when it comes to clothing, it's best to dress modestly, especially in public places. Let's talk geography for a minute. The UAE is strategically located between Europe, Asia, and Africa. It's like the center of the world. This makes it a prime location for business and travel. Want to spend the weekend exploring the ancient ruins of Jordan? No problem. Fancy a quick shopping trip to Milan? Easy peasy. With world-class airlines like Emirates and Etihad, you can fly to almost any corner of the globe in a matter of hours. Plus, the UAE is a major hub for international flights, so you'll have plenty of options to choose from. So, if you're a jet setter, or you just like the idea of having easy access to the rest of the world, the UAE is the perfect place to be. It's like living in a giant airport lounge, but with better food and less crying babies. Alright, let's be honest, you didn't come to the UAE to sit in your apartment all day, did you? No way. This country is a playground for adults with something for everyone. Whether you're a shopaholic, a foodie, a thrill seeker, or a culture vulture, the UAE has got you covered. Let's start with the shopping. Dubai is basically a giant mall with a side of skyscrapers. From designer boutiques to traditional souks, you can find anything and everything your heart desires. Just be prepared to spend some serious dirhams. And if shopping isn't your thing, don't worry, there's plenty more to do. You can hit the beach, go dune bashing in the desert, visit a theme park, catch a concert, or explore the many cultural attractions. But here's the thing. All this fun comes at a price. The UAE can be an expensive place to live, especially if you're living the high life. So, it's important to budget accordingly and not go too crazy with the credit card. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The cost of living in the UAE. It's no secret that this place can be expensive. We're talking Dubai, Abu Dhabi, cities that sparkle with more gold than a rapper's teeth. But hey, paradise doesn't come cheap, right? Housing is probably going to be your biggest expense, especially if you choose to live in a swanky downtown apartment. And let's not forget about those school fees if you've got kids. Private education is the norm here, and it ain't cheap. But here's the thing, it's all relative. Sure, the UAE can be more expensive than living in, say, rural Nebraska, but compared to cities like London, New York, or Hong Kong, it can actually be quite affordable. The key is to be smart with your money. Eat at local restaurants instead of fancy tourist traps, take advantage of free activities, and shop around for the best deals. And remember, haggling is a way of life in the UAE, so don't be afraid to negotiate. Chapter 10. When in Rome, cultural adjustment in the UAE. Moving to a new country is always an adventure, but it can also be a culture shock. And the UAE, with its unique blend of Arab traditions and modern cosmopolitanism, is no exception. So before you step off the plane and start snapping selfies with camels, let's talk about cultural adjustment. First things first, dress code. While the UAE is relatively liberal, it's important to dress modestly, especially in public places. Leave those short shorts and spaghetti straps for the beach, and opt for something a little more conservative when you're out and about. Next up, public displays of affection. While holding hands is generally acceptable, anything more than that is a big no-no. Keep the passionate kisses for behind closed doors, unless you want to attract some unwanted attention. And speaking of unwanted attention, be mindful of your alcohol consumption. Drinking in public is illegal, and being drunk in public can land you in some serious trouble. Save the partying for licensed bars and clubs. Chapter 11, Sun's Out, Guns Out, the UAE's hot climate. Alright, let's talk about the weather because let's be real, it's kind of a big deal in the UAE. We're talking scorching hot summers that can melt your face off. I'm talking temperatures so high even the camels are like, yo, it's hot out here! From May to September, the mercury regularly soars above 40 degrees Celsius and sometimes even hits a scorching 50 degrees. That's hotter than a jalapeno eating contest in a sauna, so yeah, be prepared to sweat. A lot. But hey, it's not all bad. The UAE is well equipped to deal with the heat. We're talking air conditioning everywhere. I'm talking air-conditioned bus stops, air-conditioned malls, even air-conditioned sidewalks. Okay, maybe not the sidewalks, but you get the idea. Just remember to stay hydrated, wear sunscreen, and avoid being outside during the hottest part of the day. And hey, if you start to feel faint, just find the nearest air-conditioned building and chill out. Literally. Chapter 12. Home away from home, limited citizenship options in the UAE. So, you're falling in love with the UAE, huh? You're thinking about settling down, maybe even planning some roots? Well, here's the thing. Getting citizenship in the UAE is about as easy as finding a parking spot in Dubai Mall on a Friday night. In other words, it's tough. Really tough. Most expats live in the UAE on temporary visas, which need to be renewed every few years. And while you can apply for permanent residency, it's a long and complicated process with no guarantee of success. So, what does this mean for you? Well, it means that even if you live in the UAE for years, even if you build a life and a career there, you're always going to be considered an expat. You're always going to be a guest in someone else's country. Now, this doesn't mean you can't build a happy and fulfilling life in the UAE. It just means you need to be realistic about your long-term prospects. Let's talk about work-life balance, or should I say, the lack thereof. In the UAE, work culture can be intense. Long hours are the norm, and weekends are often seen as an opportunity to catch up on work. So if you're dreaming of a relaxed 9-to-5 lifestyle, the UAE might not be the place for you. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. The UAE is a very ambitious and driven country, and this is reflected in its work culture. If you're someone who thrives in a fast-paced environment and is motivated by success, you'll probably fit right in. Just be prepared to put in the hours, and maybe invest in a good coffee machine. The UAE is a car-centric country. Public transportation is improving, but it's still not as extensive or reliable as in other major cities around the world. So, if you're planning on living in the UAE, be prepared to spend a lot of time in your car. And when I say a lot of time, I mean a lot of time. Traffic in cities like Dubai and Abu Dhabi can be legendary. We're talking rush hour jams that can turn a 15-minute commute into a 2-hour odyssey. But hey, it's not all bad. The UAE has some of the best roads in the world, and gas is relatively cheap. Plus, taxis are plentiful and affordable, and ride-sharing services like Uber and Careem are ubiquitous. Just remember to factor in transportation costs when you're budgeting for your move, and be prepared for the occasional traffic jam. It's all part of the UAE experience. Okay, let's get serious for a minute. The UAE has strict laws and it's important to be aware of them before you go. We're talking laws about dress code, public behavior, and even social media use. For example, did you know that it's illegal to take photos of government buildings or military installations? Or that swearing in public can land you in jail? Or that posting offensive content online can result in hefty fines or even deportation? Yeah, the UAE doesn't mess around when it comes to the law. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you off. I'm just saying that it's important to be respectful of local laws and customs. So, do your research, be mindful of your behavior, and don't do anything stupid. So there you have it, the good, the bad, and the sandy. Moving to the UAE is a big decision, and it's not for everyone. But if you're looking for a country with a tax-free lifestyle, incredible career opportunities, and a vibrant multicultural society, the UAE might just be the place for you. Just remember to pack your sunscreen, your sense of adventure, and your tolerance for traffic jams. And most importantly, don't forget to have fun. So, there you have it. The pros and cons of moving to the UAE laid out for you like a delicious plate of hummus and pita bread. We've covered everything from the tax-free salaries that'll make you want to do a victory dance to the scorching summers that'll have you dreaming of ice baths. We've talked about the incredible opportunities, the vibrant culture, and the, shall we say, unique laws. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to move to the UAE is a personal one. Weigh the pros and cons, do your research, and most importantly, listen to your gut. Who knows, maybe you'll find yourself sipping karak on a beach in Dubai, wondering why you didn't make the move sooner. Safe travels.